In this video, I will give you a brief description of my organization, Eye to Eye, their website, as well as share some interesting facts with you that I've learned, and also share my impressions and reflections of the organization and their site. So let's begin. When we search Eye to Eye, this is the face of the site that we'll see. And here I thought that this quote was important: unlocking greatness in the 1 in 5 who learn differently. The 1 in 5 is the student that has a learning disability. I thought that that was a really impactful statement right there. So if we click on mission, that's part of their mission. They're really transparent in their mission. So it's basically to help the kid in the corner. That kid in the corner is the one with a learning disability that thinks differently, that might be misunderstood by peers or educators, and their goal is to help that child succeed and set them up for a life of greatness and fulfilling potential. So down here, we will find out a little more about their story, how they started just as a group of mentors from Brown University. So just a few college students that started a small program mentoring younger students who also had a learning disability, and then they've expanded nationwide. So you can learn about where they started, where they are now, and everything in between. And then down here, part of their motivation, they list some facts that I thought the statistic was really interesting. 68% of students with learning disabilities / ADHD earn high school diplomas versus 91% of their peers. I thought that discrepancy was way too big. So their mission is to lower that. And then down here, you can see a little bit more about their impact and some numbers regarding partner schools, how many mentees per year they serve, and then event attendees per year. So they're obviously pretty far reaching. And then up here, if you click on the mentoring tab, you can sign up to become a mentor or sign up to become a mentee. Uh-oh. Okay, sorry about that. My laptop kind of shut down. So here you can, again, sign up to become a mentor or mentee. And then if you keep scrolling down, if you are a teacher or school leader, you can bring Eye to Eye to your school. So I thought that was really neat. And then also down here is an interactive map of all the schools that are already partnered in the nation with Eye to Eye. And I was surprised to see how many schools in the East Coast were, because I didn't even hear of this organization before, let alone know that they were so involved right where we are. So I thought that was really neat. And then if you scroll back up here, we can click on speakers and events. And due to COVID-19, these events are postponed or canceled right now, but it's unfortunate. But they had some really cool things coming up. So diplomat speakers were going to speak at different events and workshops, as well as there was a lab coming up and alumni day. There's a pun. And then also a pretty big institute. So they're really impactful and really far reaching beyond just the schools. They also have a lot of events, and they advocate, obviously. And then down here, resources and community. So this is some information about, they have like different books, and they have an iPhone app and podcasts and all that crazy kind of stuff. So that's really neat. And then there's ways to give, and then some more info about them. So ultimately, I think that Eye to Eye is a noteworthy organization that creates meaningful relationships between mentees and mentors that have learning disabilities. And I think it's effective in that way. And I also noticed that the requirements to serve for Eye to Eye are broad, and I think it's important to keep it that way, because that way individuals with learning disabilities can benefit from it. So the broader it is, um, the more people with LDs can benefit from it. And the organization seems really involved. I mean, their site is really interactive, and they're on every social media platform. So they seem really up with the times, and I like that. And it seems like they're really involved with the community, and their impact's pretty far reaching. So I I appreciate that. And I honestly felt inspired reading their story, to know that it all started with a group of college students, and it reminded me of just what we're capable of.